Good morning on this absolutely beautiful day. Today I want to read to you Mr. Seahorse by Eric Carle. Maybe the pages seem to be sticking together. It's like it's protesting being inside on this beautiful day. Mr. and Mrs. Seahorse drifted gently through the sea. Mrs. Seahorse began to wiggle and twist this way and that. "It's time for me to lay my eggs," she said. "Can I help?" asked Mr. Seahorse. "Oh, yes, thank you," said Mrs. Seahorse, and she laid her eggs into a pouch on Mr. Seahorse's belly. "I'll take good care of our eggs," said Mr. Seahorse. "I promise." Oh my goodness, the pages are super sticky. Sorry, guys. As Mr. Seahorse drifted gently through the sea, he passed right by a group of trumpet fish hidden in the reeds. Can you see them? See the fish? Let's see. See if we can find them. If we move the reeds, look, there they are. They have pretty good camouflage, huh? But before long, Mr. Seahorse met another fish. "How are you, Mr. Sickleback?" asked Mr. Seahorse. "Delighted," replied Mr. Sickleback. "I just built a nest, and right away, Mrs. Sickleback laid her eggs into it. I am now taking good care of them until they hatch." "Keep up the good work," said Mr. Seahorse, and swam away. As Mr. Seahorse drifted gently through the sea, he passed right by a lionfish hidden behind the coral reef. Can you see the lionfish? I think I see his eyes. See his eyes? Let's see. Ready? Ooh, look at that pretty lionfish. They're actually a poisonous fish. But before long, Mr. Seahorse met another fish. "How are you, Mr. Tilapia?" asked Mr. Seahorse. Mr. Tilapia couldn't answer. His mouth was full of eggs. I know, said Mr. Seahorse. "Mrs. Tilapia laid her eggs, and now you're taking good care of them until they hatch." Mr. Tilapia nodded his head. "You must be very happy," said Mr. Seahorse, and he swam on his way. As Mr. Seahorse just drifted gently through the sea, he passed right by several leaf fish hidden among the seaweed. These ones are even harder to see. Can you see them? There's maybe a little eye down here. Let's see. Ready? There they are. But before long, Mr. Seahorse met another fish. "How are you, Mr. Curtis?" asked Mr. Seahorse. "Perfectly fine," replied Mr. Curtis. "Mrs. Curtis laid her eggs, and I have stuck them on my head. Now I am taking good care of them until they hatch." "You are doing a good job," said Mr. Seahorse as he swam on his way. I don't think I'd want to carry eggs on my head. As Mr. Seahorse drifted gently through the sea, he passed right by a stonefish hidden behind a rock. Can you see the stonefish? See what the stonefish looks like when we flip this, move the rock. Whoa, cool. He's kind of a grumpy looking fish. But before long, Mr. Seahorse met another fish. "How are you, Mr. Pipe?" asked Mr. Seahorse. "Couldn't be better," replied Mr. Pipe. "Mrs. Pipe laid her eggs along my belly. I am now taking good care of them until they hatch." "You should feel proud of yourself," said Mr. Seahorse, and he swam along his way. Notice Mr. Seahorse's belly is getting bigger and bigger. His pouch is stretching. But before long, Mr. Seahorse met another fish. "How are you, Mr. Bullhead?" asked Mr. Seahorse. "Tip-top," replied Mr. Bullhead. "Mrs. Bullhead laid her eggs, and they hatched, and now I am babysitting." "You are doing a fine job," said Mr. Seahorse, and he swam on his way. The time had come for the Seahorse babies to be born. Mr. Seahorse wiggled and twisted this way and that. At last, the babies tumbled from Mr. Seahorse's pouch and swam away. One baby turned around and tried to come back to the pouch. "Oh, no," said Mr. Seahorse. "I do love you, but now you're ready to be on your own." There they go, all the little babies. And there's all the babies swimming away. I hope you enjoyed the Mr. Seahorse story today. Bye, guys.